Chicken in the background. That's what happens when you have dogs, folks. Welcome to JC Sports Replays. My name is Joe, and this is Opening Day 1994, April 3rd. Sunday Night Baseball, brought to you by Payoff Pitch Baseball. Tonight, from the confines of Riverfront Stadium in Cincinnati, it will be the St. Louis Cardinals visiting the Cincinnati Reds. Trying to get my stream to function properly on my laptop, that I may chat with you. There it is. You can see everything. A little table adjustment is necessary so you can't see my pretty legs. Now everything's off center. Hold on. I'm going to have to put markers on the floor. There we go. So here we are at Payoff Pitch Baseball 1994, where you will see every game of the 1994 season as played right up until the strike occurred, and then we'll let the Payoff Pitch Baseball engine and my own managerial acumen take over. But that's going to take a while. For starters, we're just going to play this game between St. Louis and Cincinnati, April 3rd, 1994, which happens to be my mother's birthday, although she had already passed by then. It's a sad start, but this will be the tribute game to Lorraine. Why not? In 1994, I was 21 years old. And baseball was a lot of fun. We didn't know about steroids yet, folks. We had no clue. It was just these guys were hitting balls farther than anybody else had ever before. So here we are on the brink of history. Will Tony Gwynn hit 400? How many homers will Matt Williams hit? Not to mention Griffey, Thomas, Albert Bell, and others. What kind of a season will it be in 1994? We're going to find out together. It's going to take a long time, but we're going to do it. So, without further ado, let's take a look. Well, we'll come back to that. At the pitcher for the visiting St. Louis Cardinals, it's Bob Tewksbury. Tewksbury comes in real life, 24 games started, 4 complete games, a 12-10 record, and a 5.32 ERA. If you watch the sorting video, you'll know 5 ERAs are quite common, and so are pitchers with winning records with 5 ERAs. That's the kind of year it was. 155 innings pitched, 190 hits, 19 homers, 22 walks, and 79 strikeouts. He'll be backed by a lineup that looks like this. In center field, Ray Lankford. The shortstop, Ozzie Smith. First baseman, switch-hitting Greg Jeffries. The cleanup hitter, third baseman, Todd Zeile. Batting fifth, in right field, Mark Whitten. Batting sixth, it'll be Bernard Gilkey in left field. Luis Alicea will play second and bat seventh. And Eric Pappas will do the catching and bat eighth. For those of you curious, Tewksbury is a 9 hitter with a C bunt rating. The Cardinals will face your hometown Cincinnati Reds, led by Jose Rijo. Rijo takes the mound for opening day. 26 games started in real life, 9-6 record, 3.08 ERA, 2 complete games, 177 hits in 172 innings, 16 homers, 52 walks, and 171 strikeouts. A very solid season for Rijo, if things go like they did in real life. He'll be backed by a lineup that says Tony Fernandez batting leadoff and playing third, Barry Larkin, the Cincinnati favorite shortstop, batting second, batting third, Hal Morris, the first baseman, batting cleanup and in left field, Kevin Mitchell, batting fifth, right fielder Reggie Sanders, in center field batting sixth, it's Roberto Kelly. Brett Boone will bat seventh and play second base. Joe Oliver will do the catching and bat eighth.
Sorry.
And for those of you curious, Jose Rijo is a number 9 hitter. 9 hitter, batting ninth. So Rijo will come to the mound. The Reds will take the field, and coming out of the on-deck circle, tossing aside his bat, his extra bat. He's going to keep one. He was swinging two to warm up. Ray Langford will lead off the 1994 baseball season. For those of you who are not familiar with payoff pitch baseball, we'll roll 2d6 to determine what kind of pitch the pitcher delivers. Will it be in the batter's wheelhouse? Will it be a patient pitch where the batter may draw a walk, or perhaps fight it off for a base hit? Will it be a tough pitch where the batter is more likely to strike out? Or will it simply be put in play, where the defense is going to come into play and it may sneak through? You might also have a defense check or some other results occasionally, but that's how we do it. Once we know the type of pitch, we'll roll a D100, which is two 7-sided dice. We'll read the red die first and the white die second. So what you see there is an 85. If we were to roll this, that's an 83. I promise there's more than 8s on there. That's an 18. We got an 8 in every roll. What do you know? Then we reference the batter's card under the appropriate pitch section, and we go from there. That's the basics, folks. So Langford is ready. Rijo is warmed up. The right-handed pitcher against the left-handed center fielder. And the ump says play ball. 1994 is off and running. Rijo from the windup. That's a 12 right off the bat. A patient on Rijo's card. So that's a 57. And Langford fights this one off into left field for a base hit. So a single for Langford. His auto steal is a 4. He will not steal on a 12. I do not re-roll for the auto steal. Whatever the last 6-sided dice show, that's the auto steal number. By auto steal, by the way, since I'm doing a mild tutorial here for game 1, so the steal number 4 is the chance the batter has of getting a good enough lead to go for a steal. A letter A through F, I believe, would be his success rate. There is no E, though. It's just A through D and then F. So Langford does not get an auto steal, and it's Ozzie Smith coming up. Smith, a great bunter, but also a reasonable hitter against right-handers. 263 average in real life, 335 on base. Against Rijo, should they bunt? I don't know. Yeah, he's an A bunter. You know what? Ozzie's going to start things off by laying one down. For that, we only need one 6-sided die, so we will roll for the bunt. No adjustment to the grade like in Stratomatic, because that's factored in. So is the defensive alignment. So a 53 on the A bunting is a sacrifice hit. The 2 indicates it's fielded by the catcher. So Smith, with the sacrifice hit, out in front of the plate. On it is Oliver. He picks it up and fires down to Morris to retire Smith. And Langford will move to second. So 1 out, runner in scoring position for Greg Jeffries. Jeffries, a switch hitter, batting left. Rijo takes a glance at Langford. And then the delivery from the stretch. How about an 11? Defense check, 53. We look at the defensive chart, which is here, by the way, and we'll see 53 is a possible error on the second baseman. So we'll go down here. We see Brett Boone's error rating is a 2. We re-roll everything. And then we'll check the ballpark card. That is a 96 against an error 2. You'll see that's an out. We'll take the 11. We'll go over here to the out type, and it's a ground ball plus the runner's advance. So long story short, that's a grounder down to Boone. He has no play at third. Fires over to Morris at first. And Jeffries is retired for the second out. Langford moves to third on the play. That'll bring up the cleanup hitter for St. Louis, Todd Zeile. Zeile, a right-handed batter, Rijo from the right. Takes a look at Langford, not straying far from third, with 2 outs. From the stretch, the right-hander. That's a 2. Wheelhouse, that's trouble. And a 12 is hit high and deep to left field. Zeile gets a hold of a hanging breaking ball by Rijo. Forget about it. A 2-run home run for Todd Zeile, and the Cardinals lead 2-0 here in the top of the first. Langford scores ahead of him and waits to give him a high five as he comes home. Zeile's first home run of the season, obviously, and the first home run of the 1994 campaign. 2-0 St. Louis. Rijo can only shake his head and prepare for the next batter, who is the powerful switch hitter Mark Whitten. Whitten steps into the left-handed batter's box. Nobody on 2 outs here, top of the first. That's a 3. That's an in-play 22 against a righty. And that sneaks through the right side for a base hit. Witten is on with a single. A seeing eye job. Well, now here, he's on first. We have a 3 versus a 4 steal. That's a C. So he will have an auto steal attempt. The catcher's arm is a 3, so we're going to look at C3. I'm not going to reference these every time, guys, but just so you know what's going on if you're not familiar with payoff pitch. This is the stealing second and third base. He'll be trying to steal second. C3 is a normal chance. We'll simply roll both dice. Now, the 6s are rolled because if we roll a 12, it's a possible pickoff. But otherwise, we're just going to reference the chart. No possible pickoff, a 65. Let's see what I'm looking at. C3, 65 is safe. So Witten steals second. Runner in scoring position. 2 outs for Bernard Gilkey, the left fielder. A right-handed batter. Hey, Dav. Witten had a 4-homer game in Cincy in '93. I remember Witten's 4-homer game. Not that I saw it, but I remember that he had it. Gilkey steps into the box. Rijo takes a look at Witten. He steps 1 back toward the bag, and then he delivers. How about an 8-0-0? Interesting. We've got a rare play right away. An 8 is a tough. So we're going to have a rare play anytime we roll a 0-0. We're going to re-roll these. And we're going to check a chart called Runners on Base, Tough. And look at the result of 70. So here's the second half of that chart. Runners on base, tough. Result of 70. Resolve the at-bat using the tough section. If the batter strikes out, the next 3 batters this pitcher faces roll on their tough section. If he gets a hit, the next 3 batters roll on their wheelhouse results. If the batter gets out, other than a strikeout, it's going to be 3 batters in play. And yes, that goes on to subsequent innings. So we'll re-roll in Gilkey's tough section against righties. And a 76 is just going to be an out. That's a fly ball to center field. No problem for Kelly. And the side is retired. But 2 runs come in, 1 left. And we have to remember, and the way I'll remember is by turning Rijo sideways on top of the stack, that the next 3 batters will all roll on their in-play section, regardless of outcome. Well, Tewksbury takes the mound, and he will face the switch-hitting Tony Fernandez to lead things off. Fernandez will bat left against Tewksbury. The hometown Reds already in the hole 2-0. How about a 5-80? That's a ballpark check, and an 80 with Fernandez batting left is going to be an in-play result. This is where the ballparks come into play, so we're going to re-roll on Fernandez's in-play chart. That is a 24. And that's a base hit, a chopper up the middle, and Tony gets a seeing eye single of his own. 5, he's got a 5 steal rating, so Fernandez is going to have a chance to steal. He'll be going up against Pappas's 5 arm. So a C, we had a C3 before. Now you see a C5, that's an excellent chance. So I'm not going to show you the chart again, but with Larkin up, the pitch to Larkin is low, and Fernandez is on his way to second. That's a 17. And he is caught. Oliver guns it down. And let's see what the right-hander at play. Alicea would be covering. Guns it down. Alicea applies the tag. And Fernandez is caught for the first out of the inning. So to bring up Larkin. 1 out here, bottom of the first. There's an 8.76. That's a tough. And since there's nothing in the tough range, by the way, 51 is as high as tough goes, we go to the batter's out portion. That'll be a fly ball center field again. This is a fly to center. Langford has plenty of room and makes the catch for the second out. So caught stealing and a fly ball, 2 quick outs here. And it's Hal Morris coming up. Morris, a very solid hitter against righties. 365 with 10 homers in real life. And that's a 2. In play, 09. And he's going to put this one into the right center field gap. It's going to get down. Witten is over. He finally fields it deep in the gap. Morris is on his way to second. The throw from the strong-armed Witten is offline, and Morris is in with a 2-out double. Now, interestingly, that's a 2. Auto steal 4. To steal third base, you have to both be under the auto steal number and have doubles. We do. So Morris is going to try to steal third. against that 5 arm of Pappas. Once again, it's a C5. Gives him an excellent chance to steal third here with 2 outs. And no pickoff. That's a 23 on the chart. That's going to be safe. That is an excellent chance. So Morris catches everybody napping. And he swipes third on an outside pitch to Mitchell. So 1-0 on Mitchell. Morris on third with 2 outs. Mitchell steps into the right-handed batter's box, a dangerous hitter. Here's Tewksbury. That's a 609. In play. And this one's into the left center field gap. Chasing it is Langford. He won't get there. It one-hops the wall. Gilkey's there. Gets it in quickly to third. But Morris trots home, and Sanders is in. Mitchell is in with a 2-out double, and he cuts the deficit to 1. It's now 2-1, St. Louis. Now, Mitchell, no doubles, so we know he can't steal third. We don't even have to worry about his steal rating. So Tewksbury's ready. He's given up a run. Mitchell on second, threatening from scoring position. And here's Sanders. Right-handed batter against the right-handed pitcher, Bob. Tewksbury delivers. 774. That's an in play, and that's a high number this time. Grounded to second base. Alicea is there, takes his time, and fires to Jeffries to retire the side. So 1 run, 1 left, and after 1, the score is Cardinals 2, Reds 1. Rijo's sideways, and that reminds me that everybody, well, not everybody, but the first 3 batters will simply roll on their in play because of the rare play in the previous inning. I very much like the rare plays in payoff pitch baseball, so we won't need these for the moment. Right-handed batter, we're going to be rolling in-play righty for everybody. Alicea steps in, his first at-bat of the season. He bats left against Rijo. That's a 20. And that's a chopping ground ball through the left side for a base hit for Alicea. Well, now we actually have to roll these to see if there's an auto steal. An 8 versus his 4, there is not. So Alicea is on at first. Not getting a good lead, and that'll bring up Eric Pappas, the catcher. Pappas is a terrible hitter. They probably don't know that yet, though. What was his steal chance? D. Hit and run is an option, but we're not going to do it here because he strikes out a lot. And Alicea is not that good a stealer. He's a D bunter, so we don't really have much to do here except swing away. So Rijo from the right side, from the stretch, throws over once to keep Alicea close, and then he focuses on Pappas. The slide step. Pappas waits for the pitch. About an 8.94. That's a tough pitch. 94 is out of everything's range. Popped it up, toward left field. Mitchell roams over. He comes in a few steps and makes the catch for the first out. And Alicea will retreat. That brings up Tewksbury. Tewksbury is a C bunter. Wouldn't mind putting the runner in scoring position. It's also a kind of serviceable hitter, although he does strike out a lot. Now, you know what? They're going to let Tukes hit away early in the game. I don't like to overbunt. I don't like to give up outs, folks. So Rijo comes after Tewksbury from the stretch. Alicea not far from first after a couple of looks over. How about an 11.50? That's a defense check 50. That's going to be possible error on the second baseman. Boone is an E2. And an 83. That's probably not an error. It is not. That's going to be an out of some sort. Ground ball, fielder's choice. So Boone fields it. He flips to Larkin to get Alicea at second for the second out. Tewksbury legs it out on the fielder's choice. No throw. No throw as Alicea slid hard in. And Larkin held on to the ball. So Tewksbury on first. Oh, that was supposed to be an in-play result. Was it? No, that was a defense check. That's my screw-up. In fact, we've screwed up the last two. So let's go back in time. I already forgot after I gave Alicea. I don't know what he rolled, so we're just going to re-roll. It's an in-play for Pappas. Redoing. 85. It's a grounder to shortstop. We need these now. See if there's a double play. 3, DP8, DP6. That would be a 6-4-3 double play, actually. So that's what really happened. Pappas grounds. Pardon the error there. Pappas grounds down to Larkin. He flips to Boone and on to Morris, the 6-4-3 double play. And now Tewksbury comes up to bat with 2 outs and nobody on, and he still has to roll in play as well. So we'll re-roll that one. That's a 93. That's a fly ball to left field. So we've got a double play and a fly ball to left field, and that's the inning. No runs, nobody left. And you can see why those rare plays are interesting and why I have to pay attention. It's all right. Mistakes are made, folks. We fix them, we move on. Well, here's Roberto Kelly. He'll lead off the second for Cincinnati. Tewksbury ready, a 1-run lead for the Cardinals. 9-22, that's a tough pitch, and he strikes him out. Kelly, a swing and a miss over the top. Tewksbury took something off there, and Kelly's the first out. Here's Brett Boone, the second baseman. About an 8:45, another tough pitch, and another strikeout. So 2 strikeouts here in the second for Tewksbury, and that'll bring up the catcher, Joe Oliver. How about a 486? That is patient, but a very high number. Grounded to shortstop. Smith is over, short-handed, and makes the play to first to Jeffries. A 1-2-3 inning. Cincinnati trails by 1 as we head to the third. It is 2-1 Cardinals. Rijo back on the mound for the third. By the way, the fatigue ratings here, it's an 8 for Jose and an 8 for Tewksbury. They both get some distance in 94. The top of the order is Langford. He's 1 for 1 with a run scored. There's an 11 defense check 66. Going to be a possible error on the third baseman. He's an E5. 88. No error. That will just be an out. And he pops it up on the infield. Over toward the third base line. Fernandez is there, 2 steps behind the bag, and makes the play to retire Langford 1 away. That'll bring up Ozzie Smith. Ozzie with a sacrifice hit of the first. No official at bat shot on the season. Batting from the left side, it's a 576 ballpark check. That's going to be an in-play result. We'll re-roll. And an 0-2. And Ozzie fights this one off. Batting from the left side, out toward left center field. It's going to dunk in. Smith's around first on his way to second, and he'll get in ahead of the throw. A jam shot that Smith fought into just the right place. Now his auto steal's a 4. That's a 5. Doesn't matter. He can't steal third here. That'll bring up Jeffries with Smith on second, 1 out. Jeffries grounded out his first time up. How about an 8:33? That's a tough pitch, and Jeffries fights this one off. Heading out towards center, it's going to dunk in. Fielded quickly by Kelly. He gets it back in. They'll hold Ozzie at third. First and third now. Jeffries a 4, and 8 is not an auto steal, and that'll bring up Zeal. Zeal put 2 runs on the board in his first at-bat of the season. The first homer of 1994, a 2-run shot back in the first. It's first and third. They're going to play the corners in, looking for a double play. Actually, are they just going to... No, they're going to play straight up, look for a double play, because they're leading, not trailing. So here's Rijo. Going to try not to make another mistake to Zeal. About a 10-12. Tough pitch this time, and Zeal swings through the high fastball. Strike 3. 2 down. Well, 2 down, first and third. We're not out of hot water yet, though. Rijo has to deal with the powerful Mark Whitten. Whitten with a single and a stolen base back in the first. He was stranded. Rijo ready. Whitten from the left side. The switch hitter waits. 8:57. Another tough. And strikes him out. So 2 big strikeouts with runners at first and third. And 2 stranded. No runs. Cardinals hanging on to the slimmest of leads. A 2-1 lead as we head to the bottom of the third. Tewksbury back out. He will face Rijo, followed by the top of the order, Fernandez and Larkin. As noted, Rijo is a number 9 pitcher's hitting card. How about an 8.05? That's a tough pitch, and on the 9 side, he's down on strikes. So Tewksbury comes right after Rijo, and he gets his man. 1 away. Here's Fernandez. He singled to lead off the first and was caught stealing on a great throw by Pappas. 1 for 1 on the season. Fernandez is ready. Tewksbury delivers. That's an 8.14. Another tough pitch. Another strikeout. Tony chasing a low pitch in the dirt. Fooled badly on the 1-2. And there's 2 away. 2 strikeouts in the inning, 4 for the game for Tewksbury. Here's Larkin. Barry's 0 for 1, flew out to center his first time up. 11-36. That's a wheelhouse. Look out, folks. Against a right-hander for Larkin. That's a line drive up the middle, a base hit. He couldn't hit it any harder, but it got about 6 feet off the ground, right into center field for a single. No auto steal on the 11. So Larkin's on at first. 2 outs, and here's Hal Morris. Morris doubled, stole a base, and scored a run. That's right, he stole third back in the first, folks. You don't expect that of him, but he's sneaky sometimes. Here's Tewksbury. Runner on first, 2 outs. Morris waits from the left side. How about a 7.23? That's an in play and a base hit. Morris lines this one through the right side. Larkin, I think he's fast enough with 2 outs. His run speed of 8. It's right there, Joe. New score sheets. They don't have the as-played uploaded for these yet. Larkin was off with the crack of the bat and makes it easily to third. Morris no auto steal, so it's now first and third, 2 down, and here's Kevin Mitchell. Mitchell, a double back in the first, drove in the only Reds run so far. The cleanup man trying to do some cleanup here. Tewksbury's ready. He looks at Larkin at third and delivers. 8.89. That's a tough pitch. And hit hard on the ground towards short. Smith is there, takes his time, and gets Mitchell by a step. 6-3 to end the inning. So 2 are stranded, no runs. After 3, the St. Louis Cardinals lead the Cincinnati Reds by the score of 2-1. Rijo will come out for the 4th. He'll face Gilkey, Alicea, and Pappas. And I will take a sip of water. We'll pause 5 seconds for this station break from JC Sports Replays, bringing you Payoff Pitch Baseball Opening Day 1994. Cool, clear water. Well, that'll bring up Gilkey. Gilkey flew out to center. He's 0 for 1. Rijo's ready is 6.96. Tough. Nothing there on the chart. Fly ball left field. Mitchell is there and makes the play to retire Gilkey. That'll bring up Alicea. Alicea singled and was retired on a double play back in the second. Rijo's ready. Alicea waits. Another switch hitter left side. 4. Tough. 20. Strikeout. 3rd strikeout for Rijo. He's trying to keep up with Tewksbury. And there's 2 away here in the 4th. We'll bring up the catcher, Pappas, who grounded into a double play his first time up. 0 for 1. Rijo with a 6.15. Tough. And another strikeout. His 4th of the day. A 1-2-3 inning for Jose. The Cardinals are retired in order. They hold on to a 1-run lead. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Tewksbury will face Sanders, Kelly, and Boone. Here's Reggie. 0 for 1, grounded out his first time up. The pitch. Patient, 72. They're both right-handers, right? Yeah. Pardon me. That is grounded down to Alicea at second. He'll take his time and flip to Jeffries for the first out. Second time Sanders is grounded out to Alicea. There's 1 away. Here's Kelly, struck out his first time up. 1 out, bottom of the 4th. Tewksbury on the mound, the delivery. 5.64. That's a ballpark check, right-handed. That's a wheelhouse. 64 is less than 67, folks. Kelly's going to get a hold of this one, maybe. 98's a very high number. Forget it. Hit deep to left field. It's going back. Gilkey back on it, on the track, at the wall, and makes the catch. For the second out of the inning. A long, loud out for Roberto Kelly. He thought he had all of it. Pardon me. And almost went into his home run trot there, but Gilkey had just enough room. About 2 feet shy of the wall. Allergies are bad today, folks. Pardon me. So 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. Here's Boone. Cincinnati trailing by 1. They'd like to get something going against Tewksbury. 789. That's an in play. Another high number. Grounded down to short. Smith, of course, the sure-handed Hall of Fame future man. That's a strange sentence. Makes the play. Boone's retired. A 1-2-3 for Tewksbury. We'll head to the 5th. The Cardinals lead Cincinnati 2-1. Tewksbury lead things off. Flew out to left his first time up. Rijo wastes no time. Comes after him. That's a 12. This is cocked. We got to re-roll it. 12-08. Patient 08 is going to be a base on balls. Tewksbury with a good eye there takes a 3-1 pitch. A little outside. Rijo doesn't like the call, but Tewksbury's on all the same. No auto steal there. So here's Langford, 1 for 2. How about a 4-08? Tough pitch, and he got him. Painting the corner. Langford couldn't get the bat off his shoulder. Buckled his knees there for the first out. Tewksbury perched 2 steps off first. 1 out. Top of the 5th. Cardinals looking to add to their lead. Smith is 1 for 1. A double and a sac hit. How about an 11-85 defense check? 85 is possible error on the shortstop. Larkin's an E4. That's pretty good. Can't pick the dice up. How about a 92? High number again. That's going to be an out of some sort. 5. Can they get the double play is the question. If he's an A or a B, is Larkin an A or a B? No, he's a C, so that's just going to be a fielder's choice that gets to Tewksbury at second. And Smith is ahead of the throw. He's safe at first. His auto steal's a 4. There's a 5 showing, so no steal there. 2 outs, Smith on first. And here's Jeffries. Greg is 1 for 2 on the day. Patient 91. Grounded down to short. Larkin is there. And Jeffries is retired. 3rd out. 1 left, no runs. We head to the bottom of the 5th. As I struggle with allergies. St. Louis holding on to a 1-run lead over Cincinnati. Here's Joe Oliver, the catcher for Cincinnati. He's 0 for 1 today, grounded out to short his first time up. About an 837. That's tough, strikes him out. 5th of the day for Tewksbury. And Rijo will come up. Jose struck out his first time up. It's a 438 patient on this side and fights this one off. It's a blooper over the shortstop's head. Can he get back on it? Smith is going back. No, it's out of his reach. And Rijo with a bloop single. So Rijo's on first. 1 away. And here is Tony Fernandez. He's 1 for 2. How about a 724 in play? And he lines it up the middle, a chopper for a base hit. That one has carpet burn marks on the ball. Rijo stops at second as the throw comes in. So first and second, 1 out. Here's Barry Larkin. Larkin's 1 for 2 so far. Barry waits, bat waving slightly. It's a 633 in play and just gets the single. Lines this one through the right side. Charging it is Gilkey. The throw home is on line, and Rijo retreats to third. So that'll be bases loaded, folks. Bases loaded, 1 out, and here's Hal Morris, a dangerous hitter, especially against right-handers. Tewksbury in a bit of trouble here. They'll be looking for a double play. The tying run on third. The go-ahead run on second. Morris is 2 for 2 on the day. A single, a double, a run scored, and he stole third back in the first inning. You can't steal first, though, folks. And you got to figure Tewksbury's due against him. It'll be a 948. Tough. And Morris is having none of it. He lines it right back up the middle. Tewksbury had to duck that one. His 3rd hit of the day for Hal Morris. Rijo comes home. They'll stop Fernandez at third, and it's still bases loaded. It's a tie ball game. Morris with the RBI single. And we're knotted at 2 here in the bottom of the 5th. And now, Tewksbury has to deal with Kevin Mitchell with the bases loaded. Mitchell, a pretty good double play candidate at 9. We go by Tewksbury's 8. But they need a ground ball to accomplish it. Infield playing back, looking for 2. Tied up here, bottom of the 5th. Mitchell, by the way, 1 for 2. A double and an RBI on the day. That's a 2. That's an in-play 57. Could be what they're looking for. That's a grounder down to third. Zeal has it. He fires to Alicea, who makes a quick turn onto Jeffries. It's a 5-4-3 inning-ending double play. So the tying run scores, but they leave 2. And after 5, we've got a brand new ball game, folks. Everybody's got 2 runs. We'll head to the 6th. It'll be Rijo facing 4, 5, 6. Zeal, Witten, and Gilkey. So here's Todd Zeal. 2-run homer back in the 1st, struck out in the 3rd. How about a 7-15 patient, and he lays off a little low and outside, and Todd's got himself a base on balls. No auto steal there. So Zeal's on first, and Witten steps into the left-handed batter's box. 1 for 2 himself. Nobody out. 7-86. Patient again, but too high a number. 86 is a grounder to shortstop. And Larkin has it. Makes a quick flip to Boone, who turns it barehanded over to Morris. A 6-4-3. This is in the wrong column. Double play. Witten retired. On the ground ball, there's 2 outs now. Nobody on. A nice turn there by the middle infielders. Alicea took that Boone took that barehanded and rifled it to Morris to get that double play in the nick of time. Witten, a speedy runner. And here's Gilkey. Gilkey, 2 fly balls. No result so far. How about a 3? That's in play. 92. Forget it. That's a high number. Ground ball. Down to shortstop. Larkin takes his time and throws over to first to retire Gilkey. So 1-2-3 the non-traditional way. The Cardinals can't find a run. And the Reds will come up with their first chance to take the lead all day. Here's Sanders. Sanders 2 ground balls to second today. Tewksbury is ready. Sanders waits from the right side. Oh, that changed that, didn't it? 270 in play. Grounded down to second. Alicea is there. He has time, and Sanders. His 3rd ground ball to second today. Tewksbury knows right where to throw it to him, apparently. Here's Kelly, struck out and flew out. 0 for 2. 478 is a patient. Fly ball to center. That's no problem for Langford. And Kelly trots back to the dugout as the 2nd out. Here's Boone, 0 for 2 himself, strikeout and a ground out. How about a 10-14? That's an in play, and that's a base hit. A chopper through the left side. Boone finds himself on at first. So Brett with his first hit of the day and the season. He's now 1 for 3, and here's the catcher, Oliver. Oliver 0 for 2. And 11, that's wheelhouse 87. Forget it. Oliver doesn't have that kind of power. This one's grounded to the Smith at short. And will he go the short way? No, he won't. He has only 1 play as Boone was on the move. 6-3 to retire Oliver. 1 left. And nothing doing. After 6 complete, the game is knotted at 2. We head to the 7th, and we've got a pitcher's duel. It's going to be 7-8-9. Alicea, Pappas, and Tewksbury. Rijo ready. Alicea 1 for 2 on the day. How about a 7-54? And chops this one. Gets a hold of it, drives it out to deep right center field. That's going to get in between everybody. 1 hop the wall and bounces away from both fielders. Alicea is around second. By the time the throw comes in, he's into third with a stand-up triple. So Alicea with a 3-bagger. No auto steal at home here, folks. That'll bring up Pappas. A fly ball can score the leading run. Alicea's got good speed. So Rijo sets. He'll glance at Alicea, but he's focused on Pappas. How about a 536? That's a ballpark check. Right-hander, that's going to be wheelhouse for Pappas. He doesn't have much, though, only up to a 12. Those are in the way. 21, that's not a 12, that's a 21. Pops it up on the infield. Morris is over and makes the catch to retire Pappas. Well, now it's up to Tewksbury. All Bob has to do is loft the fly ball in the outfield, and Alisea should score. Tewksbury is 0 for 1 with a walk. How about a 965? Strikes him out. Well, if I would have pinch hit there, but the way Tewksbury's pitching, it's a tough call either way. Well, there's 2 down. Alisea is still on third, and here's Langford. 1 for 3 today. About an 8. We'll count that one because it's on the edge. 23. Tough and strikes him out. 2 big strikeouts for Rijo of Tewksbury and Langford to get out of trouble. Alisea stranded at third after the leadoff triple. 1 left, no runs. We'll take a break for the 7th inning stretch. We're tied at 2, folks. We hope you're enjoying this game today, brought to you by JC Sports Replays and Payoff Pitch Baseball. The inaugural game of our 1994 extremely long every game on YouTube replay. Well, Tewksbury hit. He's going to come out to pitch the 7th. And Rijo will step in to lead things off. Can you believe that, folks? Well, Rijo's pitching too damn well since the first, so these guys are going to get a chance to win it and lose it against each other. How about a 10-41? That's in play. 41's a high number for in play. A line drive, and that's right at Smith. He barely has to move. And Rijo's retired for the first out. That will bring up Fernandez. Tony is 2 for 3. A couple of singles. How about a 756 in play? Grounded down to third. Zeal is there. Takes his time and fires across to retire Fernandez by a step. So 2 quick outs for Tewksbury here in the 7th. And that'll bring up Larkin. Larkin is 2 for 3. 8-12. Tough pitch, and forget it. He was badly fooled on that one. Caught the corner. Larkin thought it was low, but the ump says, no way, Jose. Or is it Barry? Have a seat. So 1-2-3 for Tewksbury. We'll head to the 8th. No advantage either side. 2 runs apiece. And Rijo will face 2-3-4. Smith, Jeffries, Zeal. Ozzy's 1 for 2. That's a 2. That's wheelhouse. It's trouble, but it's Ozzie Smith, so 32 is even too high for him. Pops it up on the infield. The overswung on that one. That one just hung there, and Smith was thinking too much about it. He should have lined it into the outfield. Instead, he pops it up, and after an eternity, Larkin makes the play for the first out of the inning. That one was only about 5 feet back of the pitcher's mound, folks. Here's Jeffries, 1 for 3. Rijo deals. That's an 8-51. Tough pitch. And grounded down to the first baseman. Fielded by Morris. Rijo over to cover. He flips to him, and in time, Jeffries is retired for the second out. Coming down to the nitty-gritty here, folks. Top of the 8th, we've got a tie ball game, and here's Todd Zeal. Zeal homered back in the first, struck out in the third, walked in the 5th. Pardon me, in the 6th. Let's see what he does in the 8th. A 7, patient 25. He lays off, and he'll take another base on balls. Rijo may be showing the very first signs of fatigue. Now he has to deal with the dangerous left-handed switch hitter Mark Whitten. Well, he's a switch hitter batting left, I should say. How about a 470? Tough pitch. That tough goes all the way up to 67, but a 70 is just going to be a grounder to second. Boone is there. And Whitten is retired for the third out. No runs, 1 left. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. The Reds will try to do something with the heart of their order. 3-4-5. Morris, Mitchell, and Sanders against Tewksbury. Morris 3 for 3 on the day. He's been the star of the show for Cincinnati. He's been all over everything Tewksbury's telling him. And now we've got a rare play. It's going to be an in-play, bases empty. Jumpy dice all of a sudden. In-play, bases empty, 0-5. Anything can happen on these, folks. Let's see what it says. Batter grounds out to shortstop and appears to injure himself running to first base. Batter removed from game and checked for injury. Well, it's a ground out to shortstop, and Morris is going to be pulled. So not only is he retired for the first time, 6-3 Smith to Jeffries, but he's also looks to be hobbling off. Maybe he pulled something. Now, we're playing as played, so he won't really be injured, but he'll have to come out of the game. Here's Mitchell. Double and an RBI, 1 for 3 on the day. Grounded into a double play back in the 5th. How about a 7-13? That's an in-play and a base hit for Mitchell up the middle. A line drive off the bat of Mitchell. No auto steal there, but the dangerous Sanders coming up. Well, the only thing dangerous about Sanders today is he might ground out to second again. 3 straight ground outs to the second baseman Alisea so far. And boy, wouldn't Tewksbury love a double play. Mitchell with a modest lead, not going far. 5-50. That's a ballpark check. Right-hander. That's a wheelhouse. You don't want to see that against Reggie Sanders. On 11. 1-27 is a home run. This one is hit high and deep to left field. It's on a mild arc. It's going to be 3 rows deep. Forget it. 4-2 ball game. Reggie Sanders with a 2-run homer to put the Reds ahead for the first time all day. And the Reds fans are rubbed. Mitchell scores ahead of him. That one went about 6 feet further than it had to, but Sanders doesn't care. A homer's a homer. And the Reds have a lead. Well, that's going to be it for Tewksbury. And we'll be able to close the book on him. So Bob goes 7 1/3. He gives up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He actually gives up 12 hits. 4 runs. Are they all earned? That one is. That one is. They are indeed. 1 home run. How many walks and strikeouts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No walks. 6 Ks. And he can only lose it. So he'll come out for the Cardinals. And let's see who they're going to call on to get out of this inning. The pitcher would be due up 4th for St. Louis in the bottom half. 6, 7, 8, 9 due. Roberto Kelly, the batter, with only 1 out, followed by Boone. So you got 2 right-handers coming up. That might be the game right there. You're not wrong. Especially because who the hell do they have as a closer? Jeff Brantley is in the bullpen, and he starts to warm up. Let's see who they're going to bring in to deal with. They're going to bring in John Habian as Midgie gets up. So Habian for the Cardinals. Come in for Tewksbury in the 8th. Right-handed pitcher, Habian. 52 games. Let's see. A 1-0 record, 3.23 ERA in real life. 47 innings pitched, 50 hits, 2 homers, 20 walks, and 46 Ks. A solid reliever. We'll have to deal with Kelly and Boone. 1 out, 2 runs in here in the bottom of the 8th. Cincinnati leads 4-2 now. Kelly is 0 for 3 on the day. Habian is ready from the windup. 7, actually going from the stretch, he's a reliever. 793 in play. Fly ball out toward left. Gilkey should have it, and he does for the 2nd out of the inning. That'll bring up Boone. Boone is 1 for 3, singled his last time up. That's a 381 defense check. Error on shortstop. That's going to be a possible error on Smith. He's an E5. Come on, folks. Oh, really? 93. Forget it. No error. That is a grounder to Smith. Over to first to retire Boone. And that'll end the inning. But 2 runs, 2 big runs on the Reggie Sanders homer. And the Reds now lead. Pardon me. The Reds now lead the Cardinals 2-0. Well, Morris has to come out of the game. And we'll see a new first baseman. Who's it going to be? Well, Brian Dorsett can play first, but poorly. Branson plays first. Lenny Harris plays first pretty well. So you're bringing Lenny Harris to play first base in place of Al Morris. Well, Morris is okay, and we know he will be because we're playing as played, but still. So Harris is a first baseman, B2, no arm, and if his running rating ever comes into play, somebody's blown a save. Rijo is done. He stands to win it if the bullpen can hold. Tempted to keep Rijo in, but still. He got the lead. He went 8 strong. It's not about complete games, it's about victories. And he's got a good closer out there in Jeff Brantley. So the right-hander Brantley will come in. Means we can do the line on Rijo. He went 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 hits, 2 runs. Both earned, 1 homer. Walks and Ks, it's going to be 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1 and 4, 1 and 5, 2 and 5, 2 and 6, 2 and 7, 3 walks and 7 strikeouts for Rijo. Brantley will have the save opportunity. Rijo stands to win it. If Brantley can get through Gilkey, Alicea, and Pappas, although we might see some pinch hitters. But here's Gilkey. Bernard waits. Hey, D. Scott Howard, nice to see you. Good evening. You're just in time for the top of the 9th. Cincinnati leads St. Louis 4-2. They just took the lead in the bottom of the 8th on a Reggie Sanders 2-run homer after we were tied for quite a while since the 5th. So Jeff Brantley will come on and try to close it out for the Reds against 6, 7, 8, Gilkey, Alicea, and Pappas. Gilkey's 0 for 3. Brantley with the delivery. It's a 10-56. Tough and, just out of the range. G5. So grounder down to third. Fernandez is there. Guns it across the diamond. And time to recard Gilkey by half a step. 1 away. Now Alicea gets on base. He's 2 for 3 on the day. A single and a triple. He also struck out. First time facing Brantley. 1 down, top of the 9th. Brantley from the stretch. That's a wheelhouse. 52. Oh, it's out of range. Wrong batter for a wheelhouse right now. Line drive right at Ozzie. He takes a step to his left and snaps it into his glove with flair. Alicea retired for the second out, and Eric Pappas, the catcher, is coming up. Now we're going to see a pinch hitter. They need a base runner, a bloop, and a blast, so let's see who's going to come in and hit for Pappas. We've got Brian Jordan as an option. He's a right-hander, though. Okendo gets on base. Gerald Perry's out there. So is John Mabry. I think we're going to go Mabry. Mabry, not a lot of at-bats, but he's a good left-handed bat. 364 on base percentage. He will grab a bat and come in to face Brantley. So 2 outs, top of the 9th. Cardinals are down to their last out, and here's Mabry, pinch hitting for Pappas. Got a couple of runners there. All right, the game doesn't want to end. It's a 5:35, tough pitch, not good news. Strikes him out. Brantley comes right after him with the high heat. Mabry tried to check his swing, but he couldn't lay off. And a 1-2-3 inning for Brantley, and that'll do it. So Brantley goes one, gives up no hits, no runs, no earned runs, no homers, no walks, and one strikeout to end the game against Mabry. Brantley with the save. Rijo with the win, and Tewksbury will suffer the loss. Thanks to giving up that 2-run home run to Reggie Sanders, the player of the game. Going to be Reggie Sanders with the go-ahead 2-run homer in the top of the 8th inning to secure the Cincinnati victory over the St. Louis Cardinals here on opening day 1994. Thanks for tuning in to Sunday Night Baseball, folks. Good way to kick off the season, a rare pitcher's duel for sure. We won't see too many of those, but boy, they'll be fun when we come across them. Habian, by the way, went 2/3 of an inning. Yep. No hits, no runs, no nothing. If you want to see what the line scores look like. And that'll do it. From Riverfront Stadium in Cincinnati, this has been Joe for JC Sports Replays, 1994 Payoff Pitch Baseball. It is 5:14. We probably have time for one more game this evening. The next game on the schedule, if you're curious, will be the first game of Monday, April 4th, 1994, in no particular order, just the score sheet order. It'll be the Atlanta Braves visiting the San Diego Padres. Greg Maddux and Andy Benez will be the pitchers of record. So maybe we'll see you in about a half hour. Till then, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. You really help me out, guys. See you soon. Bye-bye.